everybody, welcome to yet another brand new Transformers review. It is me, Nosey, and today's review, as you can see on the title page, of course, I'm going to be talking about today Transformers Legacy Knockout. Stay tuned for the review. Yes, indeed. Welcome to yet another review. And today, as I said, it is Transformers Prime Knockout as part of the Legacy line. And I picked this guy up at TF Nation 2022. And I've yet to review it. This is actually the first time I'm playing with it, first time transforming it, since TFN. But yeah, this is such an improvement, in my opinion, of what we got originally, toy-wise. I love the Transformers Prime toy line. I do love it, but Knockout was one of the toys that I did not like at all. I love the character Knockout from Prime. He is one of my favourite characters in that series. But the toy representation, it did not look like Knockout at all. You know, the car mode itself wasn't too bad. It was just how he looked in robot mode. He just did not look like Knockout. He wasn't, most of the other toys were pretty accurate, very screen accurate to a certain degree. But this guy was not accurate whatsoever. So I don't know what the hell they were doing with that, to be honest. It's such a shame because he is such a good character. But it's nice to finally get an updated version of Prime Knockout within the Legacy line, and he does look a little bit more the business compared to what we got originally. So as you can see here, let me take these off for a moment. These are his weapons. So he does actually have two things that actually do combine to be like a staff weapon, but I believe you can also have these as two separate blasters, which I think I'm going to do with mine because he didn't have I don't think he had a staff in the series. So I don't know why they gave him like a staff blaster weapon. But anyway, so coming back to the car mode. So let's get a nice good look at the car. He looks amazing. He looks like Knockout. He has the gold wheels. I believe the original one also, I think, had gold wheels. But it had like a darker red hood or bonnet, as we call it here in the UK. It had a darker red and then this kind of a lighter red that the whole car is in on this one. It's just really nice. You know, you've got this nice red all along, and then you've got these silver accents on the sides, along the wheel arches there. And then you've got a silver grille or front end. Yeah, he just looks really cool. And you've got a bit of black on the back there. It is a nice looking, mean sport car. And you can definitely see this is Knockout in this mode. Because he was very much, the type of character Knockout was. He was very much kind of about his look. And he loved his sport car look, and he was very protective of no one to damage his paintwork and things like that. So if anyone put a ding in him or whatever, you were going to get some ass whooping, potentially. But yeah, Knockout's a great character, and this mode is just brilliant. So yeah, wheels do turn quite nice. Only one thing I don't like, these like pop-on style wheels. They're only on the front, not the back. The back are actually different. They're actually connected by a pin on the back. I don't know why they couldn't do that on front and back. But in this day and age, I expect this for something more G1 days or the 90s time era for Transformers toys, not in 2022. It's just something about it. I just they break the illusion up a little bit for me. Even though it is a toy, it transforms. You can tell it's a transforming car. But the point is, I don't like I don't like those type of wheels. They just remind me of the cheap Matchbox or very cheap little toy cars that you got when you was a kid, and the wheels would pop off, and you'd have to pop them back on again. Yeah, I just don't like the design of the wheels. Front wheels, and I've noticed that's been used a few times in the recent few lines. But anyway, what can you do? So let's have a look at his accessories then before we get into transforming him. So this is like the head of the I don't know what you want to call this thing. It is like a lance kind of I don't know. It's just like it just combines together for some reason. If I can actually get it to go together. There we go. It goes like this. So on the back of the instructions and everything, this is how it looks. And he holds it via this plug-in bit where he holds it like that. And it kind of looks a bit stupid. But he has to hold it like that when it's combined. But not necessarily. Obviously, he's got another one here, so you can actually take these apart again. Both of these have a hand tab. One on this one, this like dart looking weapon, and then he has just this grey one, which you could actually represent as an actual blaster. And I guess if you wanted to, yeah, you can. You can just put them both together like this. So essentially, it looks a little bit better, and it does look a little bit more like a bit more of a weapon, a hand weapon, rather than like a staff type weapon. Because I think it's a bit of a throwback to the original toy, actually, this weapon, because I think the original weapon also had, it didn't come with a blaster weapon, it came with a staff. So I think this is kind of a play on the original toy, but at the same time updating it to be more accurate. Anyway, so yeah, that's the weapon. I do like the blue choice colour on the dart looking, this bit here. Looks quite cool. Otherwise, it is quite a generic looking weapon. But anyway, let us get this transformed, shall we? So it's a very simple transformation. It goes together quite nicely, as you can see underneath there. It does, pegging quite nice and quite tidy. No kibble or anything like that. Also, yeah, while I'm in this mode, you can actually, let me just unpeg this. As you saw at the beginning, there's a post at the top of the car and a post on either side of the car. So that means you can, if you want to, you can put this in the top of the car. So it's got like a battle mode. And you can put this in either side you want, don't matter. So you can put that in there, like so. So both of his weapons store in car mode. Looks a little bit stupid, but you can do that if you wish as well. Right, so let's get him transformed. So first thing, let's just bring these car door bits up out the way. There we go. So let's just get those bits out the way, and that will then allow us to, hopefully, there we go. There we go. This whole top bit, we'll just bring that out the way, I think. There we go. I'm going to peg it from the back. So you can just bring this up out the way like so, and then just fold these car door bits inwards. What's it doing, this silly twatting thing? There we go. There we go. So just fold it like that out the way. And then that then allows you to gain access to the legs. So the legs basically just fold into one another. So to basically just extend these legs, so they still go in like that. So then you just pull them out and extend. Unpeg them. And then all you do is just simply bring up the feet. And then this waist bit here, this silver crotch waist bit, once that actually swivels, 360 swivels to the front where the legs face, looking at you. So what we need to do now is we need to just the arms, just get your nail in there, and then that swivel around like that, and then quite nice. I quite like the way that they fold in. It's not the first transformer that has that kind of way of transforming, and quite a lot of car formers do that. And then obviously you just swivel these arms, so you've got the elbow joint there now, like so. And then you just get your nail in and get out that fist. That finishes up the arms. Now the last thing you need to do is to just reveal the head. So first things first, this bit here on the top of the hood that goes inwards, you just poke that in, and it just rests up against the front there like that. And then you just bring up the Robot Mode head that is just inside that cavity there, bring it up and snap into place. And then before you bring it down, this waist bit, like I said, you need to 360 swivel. So just swivel that waist bit right around and then put it into place. And then that allows you then to bring down the full front chest bit completely. Yeah, there we go. Yep, they poke into there. That pokes into the place, and then last thing, this the top of the car, all folded in, goes in, just rests like that, and becomes his backpack. And that's him transformed. So there is good old Knockout in Robot Mode. And let's just have a quick look at his head sculpt. Come on, focus on me, focus for me. No, that's the best you're going to get. But yeah, that head sculpt is a lot nicer compared to the original toy. He has a nice white face, a little generic expression. It would have been nice if he had like a little grin, like a cheeky grin on his face that you would come to expect from this version of Knockout. But yeah, it's a nice looking, it's a decent head sculpt to a certain degree. A little bit of a nice bit of painted white on the face itself than the red. Yeah, so basically you have a nice balance of colour in Robot Mode. You've got two different versions of grey. Well, actually, no, yeah, a little kind of. You've got you got your bit of black on the legs. You've got the red. You've got the gold bits on the wheels there, but the only ones that are visible, obviously, are the leg ones. The front ones go inside the body in Robot Mode. But yeah, so you've got a nice combination that breaks up the red quite nicely. It is a nice colour combination. I do like the colour. I do like the colour choices. I do love the design of Prime Knockout. I like how he's designed, how he looks, and I just like his personality. I just think he's a really funny character in the show. I really do. So, articulation, 360 swivel of the arms on the shoulders, come out like this on a nice little pivot joint. Then you've got 360 swivel of the forearm, bend of the elbow, nothing, nothing of the fist. Then you've got a ball joint of the head, swivel, Then you've got actual waist articulation as well. So you've got 360 swivel of the waist. And then the legs can come up to about there. You've got a nice, well, got a decent knee. But because of transformation, that knee joint is actually quite decent because of transformation. And then you've got a little bit of, actually, I don't think this has foot pivot. No, it doesn't. Quite a lot of figures I've noticed have been having that little pivot joint on the foot, but this guy doesn't have that as much. It's just mostly for transformation, again, where the foot just folds in. Hey, so there we are. He is a nice figure. I do like this representation. He's got good posability. I don't really have any issues with him in the robot mode. I just generally think it's a much better upscale, or a newer take on the toy for this character. He's needed a toy that accurately kind of more matches his on-screen counterpart. And he hasn't really had that, because not for me anyway. I just think the original toy is terrible. I just think it's absolutely terrible. But this one for me, personally, is leagues apart in comparison. Just so nice. And also what I like about this guy as well, he's got a little purple Decepticon badge on the front there, which is nice, which you can just see. So then let's bring in the weapon. Let's combine the weapon again, so that it is together. Come on, you twat. It's a little bit annoying to try and get it to go together, but anyway. So like I said, this is as it's actually advertised on the bag, on the box, and in the instructions, on the box, should I say. This is kind of how he should hold. Is photographed holding his weapon like that, and I just generally think he looks stupid. I just generally think that looks stupid. I don't know why they decided to give him a prodded kind of staff weapon when his weapon isn't. He doesn't have a staff weapon. He actually has more of a. Obviously, his arm opens up. He has a blaster, like most of them do. Except for RC, she does have like a melee weapon as well, which are blades on her arms. But yeah, I don't know why they did that. But rest assured, I'm not going to be displaying Knockout with the weapon like that. I'm going to simply take them apart and have him hold this one. And then if I want to, because there's a hole on the forearm, so I can actually put that weapon in the forearm like that. So it does look a little bit more better. That's just generally my personal way I'm going to be displaying him. I just think makes more sense. Excuse me. So anyway, so that's my review of Transformers Prime Legacy Knockout. So thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for your patience on the reviews. More videos and reviews coming very soon. So until next time, everybody, thank you ever so much for watching and for your continued support. And see you soon. Bye-bye now.